the Correctional Services Commissioner, Makgothi Thobakgale, is leading a raid at a Pretoria prison tonight. It forms part of a crackdown in jails that's aimed at rooting out corruption and criminal activities. Watching that space for us, Newzroom Afrika's Scara Mafokoane following developments there. Scara, good evening to you. And you're telling us that this is at a Pretoria prison. Which prison exactly is it that this raid is taking place, and what kind of contraband has already been discovered? All right, Scara Mafokoane, it appears that there may be issues with his microphone, so while he tries to fix that, you can see the action there by the Correctional Services officials, and we understand that this is being led by the head of Correctional Services, and that is the Commissioner, Makgothi Thobakgale. This has been ongoing at a number of prisons already, and the kind of contraband that has mostly been discovered in these prisons, mostly phones, criminals, or should we say convicts, they sit with cell phones. And it is no surprise, therefore, that some of the activities, criminal activities that happen almost on a regular basis, is that these criminal activities are planned from inside prisons. And that is not something that I am making up. This is something that clearly we have seen. And there is one famous example that now we almost all remember very recently. And that is, all right, I'm told Scara Mafokoane can hear us now. Scara, I don't want to take up too much of the time before we end the news at Prime at 8. What have the Correctional Services officials discovered thus far?
Good evening, Kgosi, and to our viewers. We can confirm, Kgosi, that we are at the Kgosi Mampuru Correctional Facility in Pretoria. As you can see on shot, those inmates have just been brought out of this first cell that the Commissioner, alongside 147 members of the EST, these are the emergency support team from the Correctional Services, are conducting this surprise visit. It was kept mum for some time, Kgosi. You know, in the afternoon when we met with the Correctional Service officials, we met at a different prison, and they told us that the reason for meeting there is that nobody should know, or no information pertaining to this raid should be known to the officials, at least, as well. So we're here at Kgosi Mampuru prison. So this is the first cell that they are inspecting only. As things stand, they haven't let us inside. They haven't let us inside that cell whereby they will be conducting that raid. So what's happening right now is they're taking them out of the cells and putting them outside, and then they're going to call them one by one to go in to search. And we're told, the section that we're in houses at least 3,500 inmates. This number, is at least half of the population of Kgosi Mampuru prison. I was looking for and I can't see him. And I wanted to ask him, why this prison. But recall that last month we were at Odi facility in Mabopane, where a search was conducted. Contraband were seized, illegal substances were found there. But I do see Mr. Newzroom, who speaks on behalf of the Correctional Service, and I'm going to ask him, but just tell us just quickly, why Kgosi Mampuru prison?
The National Commission is coming. We'll give it detailed later on in terms of why we had to come here. Thank you.
As you can hear, he's not barging on that. He's telling us the commissioner is still conducting searches where they're going to let us inside those prison cells, and he will be giving a briefing later.
Scara, very quickly, before I let you go, Kgosi Mampuru is exactly the prison where Thabo Bester is being kept. Any sight of him?
None so far, Toli. So the section we're told that we're in does not house the maximum prison inmates. This is a section where it houses at least 3,500 inmates, not currently on facing life imprisonment. So the section where Mr. Bester could be, we're told that later in the afternoon we will move towards that side. So the search now began on this section of the correctional facility. At a later stage, perhaps we could have a sighting of the famous Mr. Thabo Bester.
All right, Scara Mafokoane, thank you very much indeed. And he is part, or at least witnessing, the raid at Kgosi Mampuru prison. It's a section not where Thabo Bester is being kept, but as you hear him say, that section they will go to at some stage. And that's exactly the point I was making earlier about criminal activities being planned from inside prison. And that's how Thabo Bester, at least it is believed right now. Of course, the court case is ongoing, so we speak under alleged. That word, very important to use, alleged, up until, of course, there is a confirmation through a conviction to that effect.